Today I will show you how to paint beautiful transparent iris in very easy way. Let's start. Hi friends, I'm Olga Koelsch, watercolor artist, teacher, book author. Welcome to my studio. I would like to mix Ultramarine Blue with a bit of Quinacridone Magenta to paint with this beautiful purple. If you vary amount of each ingredient, you can achieve different shades. Then I grab it on my brush, squeeze my brush into the other section and dilute one of this section with a good amount of water. First of all, let's find the center of the paper and draw an anchor point. So let's firstly load our brush with diluted purple mix, and starting from the anchor point, let's draw a curvy line. It's more like an oval shape, but with some curves around for one of the upper petals, and then just paint inside this shape. And you, of course, you can correct the shape, maybe make it not so curvy or the opposite. And then I switch to my smaller brush, small brush bold mix, and I will touch the center of the petal and I let bold mix flow inside of the petal. And I can also add a bit of accents around the edge, not everywhere, but at some points, like this. And then I would like to paint two more side petals. They are not overlapping, that's why we can paint them right now. I need to reload my big brush, and I will start with the left one. Starting from the anchor point, I draw a C stroke like this, and then I turn it down and I will paint a beautiful and then I go back to the top of my C stroke and paint another line, mostly in parallel with this one, and I will make a nice edge for that. And then I just paint inside of this shape, reloading my brush if necessary, and distributing paints. And then I take my smaller brush. I would like to add more purple accents around this area, and also at the bottom left. So I try to apply these bold accents in different parts, so it would look a bit more intricate, a bit different every time. Same principle, but I try to I'm trying not to be very symmetrical, so I paint it a bit longer, and I want to paint a bit thicker it at the very middle, and moving my brush, create a nice edge, then reload my brush and just paint inside. And you can paint on top if, for example, if that part gets dry, just don't afraid and paint on top. These outlines are helping you to find the initial structure. And then I switch to my small brush bold mix. I want to apply bold purple at the very middle, around the edges, but not everywhere. You can apply more and more bold mix, so it will spread by itself, or you can just briefly touch some points like this. Have a look. I want to correct slightly this shape, make it a bit rounded right here. It is not too late because it is still wet. Like this. And now we need to dry that thoroughly. Now look how beautifully it dried, and I love this texture. I like how it all connects, flows one into another. Now let's paint another top petal. I load my brush, big brush. Always stir your mix, especially if you used Ultramarine Blue. It's a granulated paint, and blue pigments, they stay at the bottom. You can see it here. It's important that you stir it. And let's paint the second petal. Find the top. Find a nice curvy line on one side. And on the other side, let's create the intersection between them. Then reload the brush and paint inside the shape. And as usual, you can correct the shape. Maybe you would like to add some curvy lines or not. It's all up to you. And then I switch to my small brush bold mix. You can quickly need to top it up. Touch the middle. Look how beautifully it mixes. You can help pigments to find the way if you turn the paper in the direction you would like them to flow. It's also nice to add a bit more of purple accents around, like this. Just look at your painting and it will tell you what can be added next, or maybe it's just beautiful as it is. Now let's wait until this one dry completely, because I would like to paint the front petal, which might overlap with the previous ones. I'm firstly planning how I will paint the front petal. Of course, you can just take a pencil and draw it, but let's try to loosen up your hand a bit. And what's important here will be the top part, the middle part, and then it will grow and overlap with this petal, and it will be the longest one, so it should be end around this area. You can even map it out. So I load my brush with diluted mix, and I just paint the top part more like a heart shape, and then I paint it overlapping on one side and another part of the heart shape, maybe some curvy, big, nice curvy line like this. I think I like it, and that's why I quickly paint inside with my watery mix. I just paint inside, and when I paint over other layers, I try not to press much onto my brush, just sliding on the surface of the paper like this. And I would like to correct some shapes. And then I switch to my small brush, bold mix, and I will apply good amount of dark purple mix on the very top of the petal. Let it all spread also to this tip. And now I would like to paint the middle vein. I reload my brush, small brush, and I find first the direction, and starting from the center I paint the line. It shouldn't be perfect. It easily can happen that it's getting dissolved into because of wet paper, but this is what we need. I don't like so much this harsh edge. I wash my brush, I dry it with a paper towel, and just with clean damp brush go around and soften it. I can also just drag down with clean damp brush. I can drag down several brush strokes from the central point towards the edges. They will imitate middle veins, like this. I can reload my brush with bold mix and add a slightly more defined touch to the vein. There will be another petal which I paint very quickly on the top of this one. Same principle, just this long shape, and quickly paint inside, and then reload smaller brush with bold purple mix, touch the center, help to spread it, and with small brush I will touch the sides of the petal here and there, whatever. We'll just paint it with the same purple mix. I will find where all these petals are meeting, and we'll paint a triangle shape like this. Connecting all the petals, bringing all the petals into this shape. And then I add a stem. I want to make it thicker. I want to emphasize slightly this part to sit this petal more, to connect it more with the stem, because it somehow feels a bit aside, a bit forgotten. So I just add an extra layer of dark purple, add a bit more of accents around the other petals, and then adding these extra details around, maybe on the other side, just same diluted purple mix. But now we can, in this way, we can add more intricate details to the beautiful iris flower. And I think this all looks nice. A bit more details. And it's important to stop at the right moment and just enjoy your iris flower. Thank you so much for painting with me. I hope you enjoyed the process, which is the most important part in painting with watercolor. I hope you learned something new, and I also would like to welcome you to my course, Watercolor Transparent Flowers.